What day is it?
What? Monday?
1984.
What's?
You're supposed to do something today?
It looks like there is something.
We were so. Did you do your laundry?
No.
It'll come to us.
It'll come to us. Stupid.
This is TNAIW After Dark. This is LOLTreeNA, and we are about to come on you like you've never been come on before.
Tell him, Daddy. Rough Riders.
Tell him, Daddy.
Rough Riders.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Oh, this is a bundle of joy. Bundle of joy. And I'm so stoked for the next one.
Exactly. This kind of got me hyped for WrestleCade.
You're gonna time travel.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, man.
Dog, time travel is dangerous. You know, there's like
That's true.
layovers. You know,
That's
ever
true.
since COVID, time travel's just been like super strict.
If you could change one thing when you go back to IPWF for the future of Impact, what would it be? What would you stop? Is there a moment you would stop? First one that comes to mind.
Honestly, I would have prevented Jazzy Fit. No, I would have prevented Jazzy Fit Body from signing that gosh darn contract.
Huh.
So that ended up getting her into some stuff.
Okay, Johnny.
Oh, that's right. Okay, because we'll get into it. I forgot what happened with her. I don't know. Okay, I think. Oh, I would have swapped out Mr. Atlantis with somebody else. 'Cause he was a creeper.
That's well. If I could go back and change, something that would change the course of Impact history, I think I'd stop EY's first title run.
Really?
Yeah, that's what what are you guys choosing IPWF for?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking
I said
about
anything in history.
No.
You motherfucker. Jazzy
But
fit
honestly,
body.
The most inconsequential moments.
What
I'll
is
give
her?
you a
What
real
is?
moment.
What does she not make your cigar? She makes my cigar light or whatever. What the hell do you have the nuts to say on
Truly
TV?
lights my cigar.
Whoa. But no, you want me to give you a TNA one?
Yeah, man. And I love Eric Young. We all, but it just
It's one of two things involving the same person. Either don't bring Pac-Man Jones in at all, or do something to like fight what the NFL was saying so he could be active. Because
he was.
he
He
was
had a dope
the
career
only
afterwards.
spot in TNA.
Oh,
Yeah, because he signed with TNA, and then
You're coming from a cheese, they teased you with him.
It did, because I was expecting Pac-Man Jones versus Ron the Truth Killings, you know what I'm saying? And then
Tag team champions.
Yeah, but look at what he did. The most offense Pac-Man Jones put in was throwing a football at Kurt Angle.
But didn't he have? They had restrictions though, like as far as
Yeah, he
were there
couldn't
league
get
rules.
physical.
He couldn't get physical, so he couldn't.
Do
Didn't matter
shit.
whether he was giving it out. He just couldn't do anything.
He
Yeah.
couldn't do anything, like, he couldn't do shit. So I'm just like, either don't bring, figure that out beforehand.
Wait, shit. Yeah, that's true.
Don't bring him in at all. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Yeah.
like, Pac-Man, that was supposed to have been something, man.
I don't know. Pac-Man and Truth, Heath and Rhino. What's the difference? What's the difference?
Consequences, that's the difference. Keith and Rhino didn't have consequences, Creed.
Yeah.
All right, so now I have a new answer.
Okay. All right.
It would probably be to not go to Mondays.
Oh yeah, interesting.
But if they could have stayed live and still did
Yeah.
everything they did on the
Yeah.
regular show date,
Yeah. Yeah,
probably would have worked out a lot better.
that's deep thinking.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. I like EY's other reigns, so I like who he is now. I just felt at that time, so I feel like if.
Or I would have had Bobby Roode beat Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah.
But at what
So
cost?
many. That's what happens. You go back, you change something, and then maybe you don't get. If you don't move to Mondays, you don't get. There must have been a positive there, right? Something. You don't get. You don't get Brett. Go and make an amends with Shawn Michaels.
Right?
I really enjoy that TNA program. That TNA does really good wrestling, especially because there's no one with the caliber of Bill Goldberg over there. That TNA is really they're Bill Goldberg free.
I mean, hey, there's always a butterfly effect. If EY doesn't win that first one, does he win the second or third? Does he have two or three? Two? Just the two. He came back and rectified it, right? With the VBD and all that shit. Yeah, good shit.
You're talking about championships that are butterflies. I think Melina held one of those.
This is horrible. What is the topic today? Oh yeah, IPWF. That's what we're supposed to do.
When my father, he ran a joint show. It was a Stampede and IPWF. They ran out in Calgary a couple years.
You gotta work the territories.
Me and Owen, we cut a promo on Dave and Jake, the surfer dudes. They were really good cats. There's no Bill Goldbergs in the IPWF. It's a really good territory. It's a really good spot to work.
Who was in the territory? Who owned the territory was Giuseppe something Junior.
We called him.
The
we
senior.
Call him Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
Because every time he did business, there was always a bowl of soup. Giuseppe.
Who are you? You Bret Hart? Is that what we're doing? I'm lost, man. I'm lost in the sauce, bro.
Bret Hart, Stampede, they had a joint venture with IPWF.
Right, they did, yeah. Stampede Wrestling, because they did mention you look more like Bruce Hart than you do your dad at the beginning, because that's where we start. Sexton Hardcastle, upon your shirt, by the way. Show the people the love there for the Sexton Hardcastle.
Get in that focus.
Oh yeah, focus on that, Daddy. There you go.
Yeah.
Daddy sounded, that sounded dirty. But so does Sexton Hardcastle. So Don Callis phoning it in per usual, and Giuseppe, which is strong as Josh has sounded, and I mean, pretty good shit here.
The eye roll that I let out when I realized that I had to once again listen to Josh Matthews on commentary.
Oh, it's not that. See, I think when he does his more natural, like he's not trying to, put some bass in it or try to be whatever. I think he's now. I mean, he's a good dude. He's knowledgeable. I like him. But I get it. I get it. I don't know.
I think that's why I enjoyed him better on Velocity. Because
it was more casual.
It was more casual.
Mr. White, that's not wise.
But here he's not even here anyway because this is 19 something or another, and he is the son of the owner. So he is there, and Sexton Hardcastle is drunk and something. I don't know what he is. The old vet, I'm guessing.
Gear bag.
Kind of like the old DDP. What was old DDP's? Or no, maybe it was Old Raven. I'm thinking Johnny Polo, like that.
Johnny Polo.
Yeah, just the guy who talks and whatever. The guy who talks, so stupid. But our first matchup is Rip Razor smoking a cigarette down, a la the Giant Halloween Havoc. Was that where he smoked a cigarette?
I think he did that on Nitro too.
Really? What a good dude. Versus Rapid Delivery Pete, who's new to the territory, it seemed. And if you didn't know, Rip Razor loves the Clash. He likes to listen to Clash. Did you know that? Yeah.
And shout out to Rapid Delivery Pete's his built town. He's built from 30 minutes or less away.
Oh.
And a max of 175 toppings.
Yes. Yes.
Well, he picks up the win with a special delivery splash. For breaking, kayfabe or whatever the hell we're doing tonight. I love the fact, just watching this. First of all, I was happy all the way up here, up until this point. Still am, but the fact that they wrestled old style, like, made me so happy. So happy. I forgot that was the case. They break it a little bit later. We'll talk about it. But I was like, yes, this is so cool.
That old Southern, like, I mean, it's based up in Canada, but it feels like Southern wrestling style too. It's just that old style.
Yo, Rapid Delivery Pete hit the drop kick, and Sexton Hardcastle was like, "Hey, you might be able to pin him and get it on out." You're like, off him, drop kick.
Oh man, good stuff. Next up was Iceman, which this might be really his first true appearance with Impact. I'm not sure. So. Yeah, man. In chronological order and in, I don't know where we're at, but you know what I'm saying.
I haven't seen him without sunglasses.
Oh right, he's always on the beach, telling us some intel. Next up is Sonny Sanders, out with Julian Cumberbund, the International Commonwealth Television Champion of. Did anyone see what the belt was actually from?
VCW.
I don't know. Yeah, it was VCW.
I saw it on the plate.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like the VCW, but still interesting. Yeah, so they come out here and they cut a promo, and it leads to Downtown Daddy Brown, and so there's that. They have their, as you can see in the header there.
You might be from uptown, but I'm gonna take you downtown.
I love Willie Mack, man, but if someone wonders why we were in a rush to sign him back for big money, like, come on. Fits here. If he played just the junkyard dog all the time, that's great. Good stuff.
Facts.
But come on.
Maybe that's what we needed. We just needed him to have a whole gimmick change.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Be Downtown Daddy Brown and get that over.
Give him a 2x4 and yeah, put him on Impact.
Facts.
Yeah, keep rolling. Let's keep rolling with this. Because next up,
I have a note here.
Oh yeah, go.
It says I wrote a question. Who likes pickles?
The pickles aren't for you.
Yeah.
They're for us.
Boo.
There's some.
Move of the night.
I didn't write down a lot of notes because I love the free flow. We're just both three dudes talking wrestling, but there were so many quotes that I wish I wrote down of just people not giving a shit and doing whatever they want. And there was the pickles was a nice touch. By the way, Sammy looking cut.
The part that killed me was when they first came up and they were laughing. Sonny's laughing. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, man. Cornet winking out, man. Good shit. Next up are hard workers, man. Everyone loves the hard workers.
Hold on. Because I got a note on this one, and I want to read it to make sure I say it right.
Okay, go, yeah.
The hard workers. Oates and Hall. Weighing in enough to drive the women wild.
Oh, man. Just the joy in both their faces while they're dancing is just such good shit. Such good shit, man.
There's such a strange transition too, I think, from whatever was on the screen before, because wasn't there, I don't know, like however it cut into that, I was just like, I had to check to make sure my stream was working right. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't catch it.
I did remember there were commercial breaks.
Oh, right.
So that's what it was, because this did show up. This was like an episode,
right?
A weekly episode,
Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah. Can I get some context too, since this is all my first time watching
of course,
any of it. Yeah. So the people at the show, that was the first time seeing any of these characters, right?
Correct.
Yeah, besides for the people who are still, relevant today. There was a couple of them. I don't want to spoil, jump too far ahead, but Dreamer and
Yeah.
The wrestlers,
Swinger. I don't know.
They knew the wrestlers were there. You know what I'm saying? They knew who was all there, but they didn't know who was gonna be who. Okay. So it was all just
no like promos, no vignettes to lead up to like, hey, Thanksgiving, we're gonna, there's clips from, like, hey, Thanksgiving, check out this, but there wasn't like, we're going old, it was just this Thanksgiving. It was genius. 2019 was fun. If anything else, it was fun, man. We were finding fun again, and there's a lot of people in here, and I know we're keeping it in the IPWF world, but the individuals, the cast here is pretty cool, man.
Shout out to Tim Burr up top.
Yeah. So after the Hard Workers vignette of them dancing is Excessive Force, Pummel and Blunder. Excessive Force, I thought, was the name of what it took to get them in those singlets. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, D-Lo, man.
D-Lo. I love D-Lo, man.
I was so like that popped me when I saw him. I was like, but D-Lo's in this. Yes.
White boy.
No shit's given. Loved it. This is the first time we're hearing Boss speak. Like, even though he's in character, another character, like to this point as Impact fans, he's got that's it, so total change for him, man. And that's something I guess we can mention too to Johnny, is from a perspective of watching it, routinely, how out of character some of these people were. Rich Swann is, Pete in a delivery man. That's like cosplay, Rip Razor, Ace Austin. It's just whatever. Not too much there.
Without spoiling too much, once we get the Moose, that one was one of the more jarring ones.
Yeah. I think the Hard Workers, they were the Deaners, so they were like country dudes, but they were still funny. Nothing too crazy there. But
that's right.
Yeah, so
I was trying to place who they were.
Yeah, so besides for maybe like, the heel to face thing at the time, which whatever, I think the biggest change was Fallah Bahh so far, because not change, but at least hearing him speak was a big development, I guess. And then D-Lo just wrestling, shoeless as well, and in 2019 was just wonderful. This
is 1986.
And what's it? Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. 86. Sorry, year I was born. Oh my God. But also, I'm not. If they were a tag team, same with Daddy Brown. If they were this next week on Impact, no explanation, I would have ate it up. From one, we get D'Lo back, and then Fallah Bahh was getting something to like bite into, so it was like, screw it, man. This is a throwback. Like look, even like they had like a working, what is that gimmick, like tagline and shit. They're Blunder. I don't know.
I'll even throw Rapid Delivery Pete in that same thing. Like, you repackage Rich as Rapid Delivery Pete, weighing in at no more than 170 toppings from 30 minutes away or less. What?
I don't know, man.
Him and Luigi Primo as a tag team?
Oh
my God.
Yeah.
Make it the Pete.
No, groceries?
Making the pizza, deliver the pizza. Also,
make it the best pizza.
I'm gonna go back to Rich Swann's technique real quick as a pizza man myself.
Okay.
The whole one finger spinny thing, bro. You're gonna have a thin ass center, and that's just not gonna be good. This is a basketball is dough. You gotta have like a limp hand type situation, or like a little small fist, and then you spin that fucker around that. You can't just do the finger. And this is Look, I make some pretty ass pizzas personally. So take my advice, rapid delivery Pete, and work on your technique, bro, and you're good.
Yeah. Rich.
I can't tell you how to wrestle, but I can tell you how to make a damn pizza. You need some work, sir. I'll train.
Get it together. Bite into your character. Shit.
I'm telling you, I'll do it. Just give me some tickets to the show. You know what I'm saying? That's all you have to give me for. Give me some tickets to Hard to Kill. You can debut at Hard to Kill with Rapid Delivery Pete as your full gimmick. It's the 2023 equivalent to Curry Man.
Because there's food involved.
and
it tastes great. Real quick, so pummel and plunder, then roll into the ring. Loved that, by the way. Like, just continue. They cut the promo and just roll into the ring, and there's the whatever. And they're facing the hard workers who win via double sunset flip, which is
never seen that
mind blowing.
Never seen it before in my life.
But afterwards, they attack. Excessive Force attacks and squishes Oates and Hall's hats and pride.
Yeah, so one note from that match, I like how they threw in the Atari.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right. They are in the game.
God, probably look like shit.
Oh, yeah, right, I did, yeah.
Hey, that game had to be before its time. There was a whole commentary track in there in an Atari game?
Yeah, it was a little. Me? Wait, who would be the cover?
It's got to be Downtown Daddy Brown or the Rough Riders.
Yeah, that's true.
But
women on the cover in the 80s might. What about Julian with the Rough Riders behind him? And it's drawn like 80s style. Someone needs to make that. We need to make that.
Coming soon to.
Oh yeah, next week was coming soon. Yeah, is that where you're going?
Yeah, was this was the tag team?
Yeah, right? But they didn't give him a name. They just
talking about Dave and Jake. They said a name. I don't remember it.
I have the name.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What was it?
Is it the New Wave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dave and Jake, the New Wave.
We're gonna.
What
do they say?
And getting lays.
Getting lays, man.
Lays.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that we're gonna skip over the disclaimer. We're gonna skip over the real life portion of a lot of this, but for entertainment purposes, good shit. good shit here. Good shit. Oh, the one thing that was in the Hard Workers video, and the old lady doing knitting while the cats. Yo, dead ass popped me. She was just knitting. Did you miss it, Johnny?
I must have missed it.
Oh. You gotta go back. It's genius. Genius stuff, man. So yeah, they're coming next week. So next we get Buck Gunderson, who's in the ring, who's going to face this newcomer to the into wrestling and the territory named Johnny Swinger. Got innovative offense, some really good music and gear, tan and ripped, and he wins with the Swinger neck breaker, which we get an instant replay. You guys heard of that before? Instant replay.
This was like an innovative.
Yeah.
That instant replay.
Mm-hmm.
That whole sentence you said just blew my mind. Like that entire sentence, like from Johnny Swinger and the swinging neck breaker. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's mind blowing stuff. You guys got to catch it on ESPN Ocho, noon Saturday in the Dallas area.
Is it before or after what's the shit? Cornhole.
Cornhole.
Is it before or after cornhole?
In the 80s, we have bowling. It's right after bowling. Bowling's its lead-in.
You know what would be really good ESPN content? Cheerleading.
If I were still in the backyard, I would totally do the swinger neck breaker.
Oh yeah.
Hey, whoa!
Yeah,
hey,
you
whoa,
used to use that, right? A version of that, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Are you like trained enough to do the swinging net breaker? That's an innovative move. Like,
Yeah.
only swingers done it though.
Oh
like,
no, he's yeah.
Well, I'm already gonna steal it.
Wow, kid, you're just gonna rob the gimmick, huh?
He watched his tape. This is a different territory. No one will ever know. They'll never catch on.
That's
yeah,
fair.
I'm doing like Portland.
Do you know Johnny?
Yeah, doing it like Portland.
Johnny's also certified enough to take a pile driver. Hey kid, you know how to take a pile driver?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Jerry Lawler gives you a pile driver. True story. True story.
That's crazy.
You still got tape of that?
Yeah.
We gotta play that somehow in this shit.
Okay.
Maybe not this episode. But, so yeah, Johnny Swinger's picking up the victory here, man. And Johnny Swinger looks like he's gonna be a keeper here. Hopefully he'll make the Atari game.
He just debuted, so
it's
think they'll rush him in.
I mean, it's literally a stick with a with.
Bro, that's a lot of work.
Stick with an arm.
You gotta get the bandana on this stick.
3 pixels.
That'll hold you back 4 weeks.
No, here's one I want to rush to because first of all, Rhino, wonderful. Frank the Butcher, he's coming with this tag team partner. But at the end, I can't catch it, and I don't. The closed caption wasn't helping. He says, "Chop chop, beep beep," or meat meat.
I thought it was beep.
Meat meat.
I thought it was meat.
Is it B is it B like boy?
Beat
Like
chop chop beat beat.
Or is it chop chop beat meat?
I thought it was a Sean Stasiak wink. I thought it was chop chop meat meat. He's Frank the Butcher.
Why are we beating
or choppy chop pee pee?
Choppy choppy yo pee pee.
That's right. It's a what's his name? Kai wink. Yeah. Sean Morley. It's all coming back. Oh, it's full circle.
Oh my gosh. You know he's gonna be at WrestleCade.
Sean Morley?
Yeah.
He's selling weed and putting over Daniels.
Yeah,
he's alright.
Talk about
I don't really know anything.
universe.
I don't know why. I haven't seen him in a hot second. So yeah, Frank Butcher's coming to the IPWF. Looking forward to that. Shake up the tag division. Back to the commentators, because the owner's son's got to get his TV time. Go to Iceman, and here's the time. It's the Rough Riders.
Yes.
And the Rough Riders' names, boys, are.
You got me, Johnny?
Nope.
I got Lady Bird Johnson.
Johnston, yes, one.
Johnston. Yeah.
That's one.
Blanchard. But it was
Blanche Moorhead or something like that.
Was it Blanche? God, it was like a mashup. Blanche,
Close.
Hardmore.
Yes. Drop the H. Ardmore.
Blanche,
I believe.
Blanche Ardmore.
Blanche Ardmore. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Blanchard.
Okay, there's 2.
There's one with an M, I think. Did I write? I didn't write any of it down, did I?
Yeah, I couldn't get them down myself.
All right, so we have Lady Bird Johnson, Blanche Ardmore. 3 is. Did I write him down? Oh, Georgia Cobb.
Georgia Cobb.
Georgia Cobb.
I wonder who that was.
That's Jordan, obviously.
Yeah.
And then
Sweet Georgia Cobb.
Mildred Moore.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Which is
who was that?
That's she was
Alexia Nicole.
Yeah, she's green at the time, but she looked good there.
She's one half of the highest viewed YouTube channel on the Impact Wrestling?
Because of the screenshot.
YouTube video. Yeah, because of
the screenshot.
The thumbnail. Yeah.
Hey, and the wrestling. She's a good wrestler.
It actually was a pretty damn good match. I'm not even gonna hold you. For where they both were, it was a pretty good match.
Yeah, but this promo caught me off. This promo caught me off guard, and like that, I'm sure that thumbnail will as well. I'll go check it out. But yeah, you hit it in the beginning, man. They were gonna come on us like no one's. Yeah.
And with Lady Bird Johnston, you
know
what I'm saying?
Yes,
I forgot what the beginning was, but the ending wasn't the tunnel of love is open all night long, daddy. Yeah. So sexy.
Yeah. Oh, man. What was the beginning part, though, that led into that?
Fucking Georgia Cobb kissing Blanche's biceps and shit in the back.
Man. That's fun shit.
You say why waste the Tessa return here, but I'm like, if Blanche Ardmore comes out at WrestleCade, I'm losing my mind.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard to argue like bringing someone back that has a little bit of a perceived bad reputation. Same with Ray Strack, man. Maybe like just bring him back here to get the fans just kind of like over the whatever of it. It's fun, it's whatever, and then they can come back permanently or whatever. But I don't know. I just think they'd get a pop on their own. People are maturing enough to realize like, okay, people mature or not. We'll see. You know.
What did he say in his promo that fucking got me on?
Oh, Ray Strack is one of the bigger pops here for me as well. Because I know we're not on the match yet.
Snake blood and something other. I don't know.
Oh yeah, let's wait till the actual match because we gotta get to the. Is there anything else we want to do on the Rough Riders before we move on to the next thing here?
It was all just very sexy.
That's great.
Yeah, it's good shit. Yeah, good shit. Let's see. So Swinger, Surfers, Bill Ding, and Ray Strack, which is what you're mentioning here, are all doing like little cutaways for different places they're gonna be, territories, whatever, or
hitting the towns.
The towns. There we go. Now Ray Strack. Yeah. So obviously he's saying he's just someone straight out of Talladega Nights or something.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to go fast.
But yeah, man.
I got snake blood and something other. That's what my daddy said.
Alligator blood and snake's venom running through my veins.
I don't know what that means, but I want to go fast.
It was a lot of it was because his delivery was. I don't think he blinked. He just looked at the camera and was like, he looked lost. Like he looked so lost in the world of. Man, where else? And that's another reason that I love this shit is because it gives the human beings another character outlet to have some fun around the holidays and get out of their. I mean, for them, the Rascals, which this is, totally different. So I guess it's another, character break for them, but just fun. It's cosplay at the point with the Rascals, each of their characters at least. But. Good shit here all around, and we get into the match we had kind of alluded to. Did we? Yeah, we talked about Jazzy. Yeah, at the beginning when I asked you guys what you would change at TNA history, and it was. Oh my god, Agnes Beerheart it gets defeated by Jazzy Fitbody with the second rope splash. I'm sure there was a name for it. I don't remember. But the whole time, Sebastian Baker. The Hitmaker, a.k.a. Jimmy Jacobs, is ringside and then has an offer for her, which she accepts the contract that kicks him in the nuts and rips it up.
See, that's what she fucked up because she shouldn't have accepted it because later on, come to find out, I don't know if this is true or not, but he taped the contract back together and it still counted as legal tender. So she was still fucked, which is why I said she shouldn't have signed it.
I was thinking she didn't really tear it up enough.
Yeah, she was having a tough time.
Exactly.
Yeah, she was having a tough time.
The name on the contract does say Fit Body, but it's not Jazzy Fit Body. I now own the IPWF.
I wonder how lucrative the IPWF territory. I mean, the crowd was into it.
You know, Jazzy Fit Body, she's a real talented athlete. You know,
she's the best worker in the territory, if not the whole professional world.
You know, I think she's gonna grow up to be a lot. She's gonna have a legacy that's not gonna be surpassed until Melina comes along.
What was her name? Beerheart.
Agnes Beerheart.
Beerheart. That's not a real heart. She never once stepped foot in the dungeon.
Oh man!
Might as well be Beer Goldberg.
We gotta keep the $300,000 man is giving out $3,000 to whoever could Congo Kong. Congo Kong, by the way, is still Congo Kong. It's for the Body Slam Challenge. You know. Congo Kong, if he really was in the 80s, he would have cleaned house on territories, and he would have made so much money.
Yo, excessive force, followed by Congo Kong.
Oh,
let's run it.
Cake.
Put him on Impact tomorrow.
Yeah, if we ever have excess money, we should create a promotion that's just throwback. Everyone can't be in their character that they are in real life. Is that a thing already? Maybe.
It should just be like a series on Impact Plus, the first ever Impact Plus original series, and it's like a sitcom.
No matter how busy I might be or end up being, I will write that show for free. Impact, if you're listening, and 50% profits.
I just want tickets.
Just want tickets.
Pay me in tickets and belts.
Well, let's get into the 4-on-4 match here because it's a bunch of the people here. It's Timber, Gymnasium, Bill.
Hey! That's fourth period Gymnasium.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
He's got the whistle. He's there. It's high shorts. It's good shit. Building with the we've already seen, but it's got his electric razor and Ray Strack here, and they're facing the Rough Riders. So we're doing some intergender here, which no one cares about in the 80s, it seems. And you know who really doesn't care?
In IPWF is lit.
Yeah, and you know who really doesn't care is Ray Strack, who kicks the hell out of every single one of the Rough Riders in the face.
The face.
Super kick for all of them. And not enough, though. He actually is the one that takes the pin off this crazy move. So explosive. It's deadly. Like DDT. Yeah, DDT.
I saw some dude, Jake, do that move on a tape that I had a couple weeks ago.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this dude, Jake, he had this big-ass snake in his bag. I think his name Jake Roberts.
No, I never heard of him. Saw this
Check
guy
him out. Look for
I saw this guy in Beyond the Mat. But is that the same guy? No. So that's horrible. In the 80s. God, I love Jake.
The hell is Beyond the Mat?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Going to hell in a handbasket. It doesn't get better from here, folks. Because last week was the Body Slam Challenge that wasn't successful. And then Congo Kong is there for his next one. Artie Evans here, breaking whatever, is playing the $300,000 man, and he's challenging anyone. And here comes, if I get this right, it's Frankie Tarantino, or Quentin Kazarian, I'm not sure. But aka Mr. Atlantis, that dude is the love child of Frankie Kazarian and Quentin Tarantino. Facial expressions, everything's just very. I was just, I don't know.
Weird.
I forgot about him, man. I don't want to rag on people, but
And like no resolution to that either, really, right? This is just there's like a let's just send someone else out.
He was kind of unlike. Well, the thing was he was about to lift him, and Congo Kong was not having it, so he hit him. So he beat him up, and so someone else came to save the day, and it was Big Old Muscles McGee.
Team Canada.
Team Canada. I remember this vividly because I remember tweeting out live to Scott D'Amore, wow, that jacket looks familiar, because it had black tape over obviously what used to say Scott D'Amore or whatever. And he said something about, I forgot, I can't remember. But I do remember this. So I remembered Muscles McGee. I remember him holding up the Canadian flag upside down. And how it was a frickin' disgrace.
Muscles McGee, he was a real piece of work. Couldn't work to save his life.
He didn't know a watch from a wrist lock or whatever the hell he always said about Hogan. The same thing. Oh god, my voices. God,
I love how Bret Hart has made a special appearance in this episode.
He always, throughout our lives, Johnny will always especially featured, and we're glad we could pass it on, Lucha. Yes. Because Bret Hart voice serves no bounds. You could do anything with it. Watch, let's run it back.
Stone Cold in here.
Watch, let's run it back. You mean the guy from Beyond the Mat? Not as bad. Not as bad when Bret Hart's saying it. You know who was also good from this era was Tom McGee. I made him look real good. He had
a banger.
We had a banger of a match.
That nobody could see.
No one could see. Shame. I left Canada before Downtown Daddy Brown really took over because I would have loved to put over Downtown Daddy Brown.
I would have put him over. Tom McGee, man, obviously a throwback. Yeah, that's obviously what it's to here. But I think Brian Cage can obviously go in comparison to the legend of Tom McGee. Didn't they release the match though in some documentary, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it ended up on the network.
Yeah, and Brett made him look good, and Vince was in love with the muscle man, not the Brett. And Brett made him look good. Interesting story. How something so small can, turn. Anyways. All right, here we get Muscles McGee, and right after this is we get Tommy Dreamer, who is Old Man Dreamer even in 1986. And he's talking, I guess... I can't do a Terry Funk by any. I can't do a Bret Hart, but it's not going to stop me from trying a Terry Funk.
I trust your Bret Hart way more than I trust your Terry Funk.
It's all very like borderline Paul Bear, but
you almost sounded like Mick Foley just then.
Mick Foley, what does Mick Foley sound like?
Dog.
Bang! Yeah, he does.
You egg sucking dog.
Yeah. So he's an egg sucking dog. So I enjoyed that shit. He was naming off people how he bitch slapped Vince Jr.
With the Rip Bearer jacket.
Yeah, he went to the steakhouse. He knows what's up.
Does anybody remember what the commissioner's name was of the Fed?
Of IPWF or of
IPWF.
No, but I mean I know the owner is Giuseppe whatever, Scavalli. It's D'Amore, but senior, but it's Savelli. But he did mention a person in charge of the territory, but I think he was talking about up north because he was talking about Jack Tunney, if I'm not mistaken.
Jack Tunney.
Jack Tunney, was that what he said? Jack Tunney.
Mm-hmm. That was the Canadian WWF president, right?
Oh, so
or president in general.
Then maybe that was who he was talking about. Jack Tunney. Okay.
I feel like
I thought he was just making a name like a.
That's crazy. Fucking Jack Tunney.
Tunney.
Side note: one of my favorite jokes, like one of my favorite Twitter names that I saw over the years was President Black Tunney. I lost my ever-loving mind.
What? Oh man, well, what do you guys want to do?
That blew my mind.
45 minutes in. Hey. We gotta let's rush through this, jank. Well, it's hard to because next up was actually I love that they did this because here's a 3 in a row. We'll bunch them all in. They do a lot of 1 month later, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, how? Like, I wonder the logistics of how that day went.
Yeah, no, it's not real life. They just taped it all in one day, and then they just, cut it up. I thought it was genius, man. Because some of those old ones, ESPN, like old territory tapes, used to run like that. DJ Too Large, by the way, I did wear the shirt.
Shout out to him.
He's the Joe Hendry before the Joe Hendry. He beats.
The kids love it. That's rap music. It's
taking
over the nation.
In the video here,
I'm down with DJ Too Large.
Same, man. A lot of charisma from Moose here. Total opposite what he is today. I mean, still oozes charisma, but it's a different way. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially. But he beats Captain Joystick here, with the platinum discus, and we go then now to the present. We're in the cockpit with Captain Joystick and Miss Mile High, whatever. Who Miss Mile High. And then DJ Too Large comes on, huh? Kira Hogan.
Kira Hogan.
And DJ Too Large comes in and takes the girl, or threatens to, and bitch slaps him on the Captain Joystick. And let's move on from Captain Joystick.
Yeah.
A little too on the nose, a little more than the others. Oh man,
it just doesn't get any better, does it?
It's a little too on the nose, almost like Ray Strack kicking all those girls in the head, So a little too, yeah. So next up is 1 month ago, Gamma and Dada threw a fireball at Colt McCoy, also on the nose, right? Because this is right after he got his eye messed up, or no? Or is this before? That. Oh, this is after. Yeah, this is after. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is obviously a wink then to it.
Whoever came up with the character name is obviously a Texas Longhorns fan.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, Colt McCoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The football. Colt McCoy. What does he do now?
He probably for the Redskins or something.
Oh yeah, right.
I think he did. Shit, at this rate, he's probably head coach of the fucking Texas Longhorns.
Oh Jesus. I don't know anything about college football. I know I have my team. I followed Syracuse. That's why I knew Moose before Moose was. I don't know Moose, but I mean, like, I know Moose. You know what I mean?
You knew Quinn.
Of. Yes. Yeah, Moose from the Cuse. So yeah, moving on. So we have Gama Singh and then his son playing his dad, I guess. And then they throw a fireball called McCoy. Then the week after that, Cowboy. Cowboy Colt McCoy defeats Gama in a. I don't even know. What the hell's going on?
It seems like
in a blindfold match with a bag on the head.
It seems like this rivalry is a callback to Sammy and Eddie.
Wait, why? Oh, because he did the eye and that. Yeah, like they're just playing it up. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's just it's weeks and weeks of blood feud. Kind of like Sandman too. Sandman made believe he was blind for weeks and stayed home and with Ray. Was it Raven? His feud with Raven? No, Dreamer, right?
No, this was Raven.
Raven, yeah. It was Raven, yeah.
Raven took his kid.
Yeah. Right. And Lori Fullington.
Which is crazy shit. You get your kid to turn on you.
Yeah. It's like Dominic and Eddie.
I gotta tell y'all off air, but about this story, Jeff. I think I told you about it before, involving a kid turning. So,
all right, I remember. So you could just say it on here. I've said some stupid shit already. But next up, so after he wins, wait, am I reading this? He gets attacked.
Wait, so
he won, then got attacked
by the Soviets. Who the Soviets?
No, Giuseppe Senior got beat up.
Oh, right. Okay, so Colt McCoy wins.
Well, that was the flashback, right?
No, there was a Colt McCoy a promo, 3 weeks ago. Then there was the blindfold paper bag over their head match, whatever the hell it was. Mm-hmm. Where Colt McCoy won. Then Iceman had an interview with Giuseppe Senior that was long and fast forward by this guy, and he was.
But you missed the hot dogs and popcorns, or half off at the concession stand.
Oh yeah, he goes on about that. I remember. Yeah, that's right.
Like it's true indie.
Yeah.
Like so accurate, down to the squeaky ring.
Yeah, everything was really good, man. I thought this was good shit. I would watch this on the regular. But yeah, he gets attacked by the Soviets, who is some guy Michael Elgin and Madman Fulton. Fulton. Yeah,
or Fulton, yeah.
Duh.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill your father. I wrote that down. Like he just kept saying it. They're gonna kill your father.
And he's just out there, just no, Dad, just on commentary still. So stupid. And
dirty commies.
Yeah, dirty commies. Yeah, I gotta work that in. And then Downtown Daddy Brown in the main event defeats Julian Cumberbund with.
So.
Let's say feces. What is this? Faces? Oh, the faces. The faces come out and they celebrate and shit.
The feces come
out. Wait a minute. I don't remember that part.
Oh my god.
You know, so basically, this is in 2019, right?
Yeah. Well.
So.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Then my timing was off because I thought Ethan, for whatever reason, I'm thinking Ethan Page left in like early 2020.
He does leave, yeah. Thereafter, yeah.
Yeah, so my original thinking was Downtown Daddy Brown beat him out of the territory before Karate Man could.
Oh yeah, I really always thought that. I remember a lot coming back at this time of talent relations wise, of just being like, oh yeah, okay, this is where we're at with obviously Eddie and Sammy, that stuff, but Ethan was like, this was one of those, I was like, oh, he's going to stay, man. He likes doing this kind of stuff, you know, and then of course he didn't. But I remember at this time thinking like, okay, his contract's coming up. AEW's mentioning him or whatever it was at the time. I remember Cody specifically, and I was like, no, he's going to stay. He likes doing this kind of stuff. And don't matter.
TNA is the best. TNA is the best.
I know. I miss TNA, though.
Maybe it comes back.
We talked about it. It's possible. So, what about this? You're familiar with most of these people, Johnny, in real life. Now, you know what I mean? Like, who they play in 2022.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest transformation for you guys?
Sammy, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
what they look like here. We're talking about what they character to character.
Character to character.
Oh, okay.
Like as far as like the contrast.
Yeah,
But yeah, who?
You know what's crazy, Jeff?
Yeah.
Lady Bird Johnston is like Jessica with a little more attitude. So like if Jessica turned heel, she would basically turn into Lady Bird Johnston.
That's true. What also, I'm glad you brought that up because at that point, she was Havoc. Like,
yeah,
always Havoc. No talking, right?
Scary Havoc.
With all of that jazz. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a big, at that time was a big one too.
She hadn't been back that long at that point either.
No.
That was like probably one of the best rosters Impact had. That 2019 roster was just...
If they could have just kept that together and built on it, man.
Yeah, and then 2020 happened.
I know. And we got some good stuff in 2020. Don't get me wrong. But what could have been? We could always go back and change it. Or could we? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do we think about it overall? Enjoyed it, obviously. What's the biggest pop out of it for you guys?
D'Lo.
Yeah?
I think. Oh, so I guess in terms of the contrast, you're talking about what Falaba. That would probably be the.
Oh yeah, is that your answer? Yeah, you're.
Yeah, I mean as far as true contrast, but anyway, yeah, D'Lo.
Yeah,
that
cool.
surprised me. Just going in without much knowledge as to who all was involved.
The fact that they kept Ethan Page and Josh Alexander separate.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was cool. Like it was a whole different at that time too. That was a whole different.
Yeah.
It felt like a different world. Like these guys that normally it didn't matter what happened in Impact. They didn't give no shits if it affected it. It was pretty cool, man.
Who was the world champ around that time? Was that Johnny?
That would make sense. I don't feel like the champ was on this, so yeah, that would make sense if it was someone of that nature. What's the thing that made you laugh? That actually did anything to make you laugh out loud? Because Ray Strack did.
Yeah.
That got me.
Rapid Delivery Pete and his whole introduction got me.
Yeah, that was good. There's just so many like little gems to where it's worth going back because it matters none to what we're watching currently. You know what I mean? Like you could just go back and watch.
Its own world, yeah.
Yeah, it's its own world.
So, Cowboy Colt McCoy. I think like the promo. I think was great.
Yeah.
But like the bandage, like the taped over eyes, the crosses.
Yeah, yeah. Such good stuff.
But yeah, just the.
There's so much we're missing. I know there is.
Oh god.
And what would have been dope, like if you would have took the stable of the Rough Riders and just made that Tessa, Jordan, Havoc, and Alexia and Nicole, I feel like they still would have got over it.
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah, so we basically would have got Jessica like 2 years earlier.
Oh yeah, I don't. The butterfly effect.
So Frank the Butcher, I think, was hilarious and crazy, and Terry Funk, Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, that's true. Terry Funk. There's some good shit, man. A lot of good
It almost makes me want to go back and watch the second one. Yeah,
maybe we should sometime, or just for the hell of it, and get in and see where we're at. Because next one's coming up, so hopefully this inspired some people to go watch number 3. Is this the technical number 3 or is this number 4?
Yeah, this one's number 3.
Even though one was filmed but not shown, right?
Yeah, because from what I've heard, it was like dead in there. There was like nobody there. It just wasn't a good look.
Yeah, it was like midnight too.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get a real good one here because that'd be a cool holiday episode. Holiday episode. I know what we forgot to do. Last week's episode.
Beautiful.